Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Paula and today we're gonna talk about some pre-loved goodies. I was tagged by the amazing Danny from the channel This is Danny O. I will link her video down there as well. And as this is a tag, I believe it was originally started by Connor from The Closet by Connor. It might be though that this is quite a old tag in a way that it's not just recently popped up, but Danny did tag me and oh boy do I love a good pre-owned bargain. I'm a huge lover of buying pre-owned, mainly in the luxury section. I'm really good at recycling my own clothes and that type of things, but I'm not as good as buying secondhand clothes yet. I hope that's kind of the next step for me, but especially when it comes to like leather goods, I think you can make amazing finds from the pre-owned, but just like as a precaution, putting it out there, everyone should do their kind of own research in where they shop and how they make sure that things are authentic. But that's not the topic of this video. I have 4 bags I wanna share with you. What are my best, my favorite pre-owned bargains, pre-owned items, bags, what have you. And I thought we could, of course, we will look at the bag itself and then talk how much I paid and how much they are currently sold. I didn't really make the research to the point of how much they were sold when I purchased them, but maybe it's enough if we discuss the current retail price. I think we're gonna start with the biggest one of them all. When we're talking about my favorite pre-owned bags and especially like the best bargains, this is my Keepall 60, a bandolier version. It's so big, I'm not sure how I'm able to fit it to the film right now. But this is a vintage Keepall, and as we probably all are aware of, that the canvas is pretty much indestructible, or at least it was earlier, way earlier. These bags are seriously made to be worn. This is from the 90s, and when I got it, the vachetta was already a bit used, and I have made a few videos of when I went to ask from Louis Vuitton how much it would cost to exchange all the leather parts. I will link that here in case you want to know. Keep in mind those prices were from like that era, and most likely it will now cost even more. But I mean, I'm just procrastinating and super lazy, so yeah, I haven't yet done that. Maybe some year I will, but because it's usable, I have been using it, and that's maybe bad because I shouldn't be waiting until it breaks. Anyway, I have owned this for years, many years now, and I love it. This is my favorite like weekender. When we go over for a weekend trip, this fits both mine and my husband's overnight stuff. It's just beautiful. This is the size 60 as mentioned, so this is 60 centimeters. And currently Louis Vuitton sells only up to 55, so they do not even have this size anymore. But this same exact print with the vachetta costs 2,200 euros. As of now, current retail. I paid 550 euros when I got it. And yes, it was not that expensive new from the store at that time either, but it was not 500 euros from the store, I can tell you that. So this is definitely one of my favorites, one of my best pre-owned bargains, and I definitely would encourage, if you are looking for travel pieces from Louis Vuitton, to check the pre-owned, because they are just sold with great prices, or at least they have been. And I've noticed that they've been, like the prices on Keepalls might have been going up, but Louis Vuitton has many type of travel bags that are not sold with such a high price. So I don't know what I'm saying. Make your research what would be the best price level for you. Next, we're gonna move to Celine. So this is my Celine Nano belt bag. Here we have it. And I love this bag. I have made a few videos. This is just like super practical for my lifestyle, at least. I love the kind of casualness of it. Kind of gives out cool vibes, or let's say cool enough vibes for me, because I am the anti-cool of everything. So this is kind of like cool enough with these belts hanging off and so on. I absolutely adore this bag. It goes with everything. It doesn't have color transfer, even though I've definitely worn it with black coats and jeans and such. Don't quote me if yours will get color transfer that way. Mine hasn't. I haven't babied this at all. It's just perfection. Currently, Celine is asking 2,000 euros for this size of a belt bag. I bought this 1 year ago in August, so I've now owned this for over a year, and I paid 690 euros for this bag, pre-owned. It wasn't 2,000 when I bought it. It was probably something around 1,600, 1,800 mark. So I saved over 1,000 euros even at that point. But yeah, couldn't be happier. I love this, and I wear this to work because I'm comfortable enough that people don't necessarily recognize this as a expensive designer bag, and those who do probably are into these themselves, so no harm done. The two final bags are both from Dior, and I think we should start with this baby. So this is the Dior 30 Montaigne bag in this beautiful elephant gray colorway. Whew. Those of you who have been here before have probably heard me raving about this bag. This was my dream bag for many years. I just could not pay the retail price for this because unfortunately I am aware that Dior bags don't hold up their value, so I was definitely looking from the pre-owned, but I just couldn't find a good price level for what I was comfortable in paying until the beginning of this year when this particular one popped up, and I was so pleased with this. I love to wear this. This is also super practical to me. I know that some people find the lock mechanism annoying or something. Let's see. I'm actually able to open it. But honestly, when I wear it, it just pops into the right place. I don't find it annoying. That's just personal preference, I guess. This is just my absolute baby. I love this still, and I feel like this color goes with everything, and it still kind of shows, but yet it's neutral. And I've worn this also to work because I'm comfortable that people don't necessarily recognize this. But yeah, this is beautiful. Dior is currently asking for 3,200 euros for this exact bag, and I paid 1,400, I think. Something closer to that. And I personally am very pleased with the deal I made with this bag, and it is still a lot of money. It's massive amount of money for a used handbag, and yet I just could not believe my luck when I found this one, and it's perfect. I wanted to leave. I mean, I don't want to do favoritism, but this is one of my absolute favorite handbags. This is the Dior Lady Dior in medium. This is a very vintage version of it. So this is from the 90s. It is in this kind of very dark blue patent leather with gold hardware. And the gold is actually actual gold plated, because that's what Dior did back then when everything was more good, I guess. I bought this for myself for my 30th birthday. I'm now 34, if someone is interested in that. And I had dreamed of owning a lady for years before I even got it. And I think this is an absolute classic. It's super feminine, and whenever I want to feel very put together and like ladylike and dressy, I take this bag if it's like appropriate place to take this. I'm just like still absolutely smitten with this. I love it. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's such a beautiful bag. I don't wear it a ton though, because I feel like this type of very structured handbag needs certain type of event or place to wear it, and I don't necessarily live that type of life every day. So it's not a bag that leaves the apartment on a weekly basis or something, but I don't mind. Currently, Dior is asking 5,900 euros. I checked before I started filming. It's crazy amount of money, to be honest, for this sized Lady Dior, and that is for the like smooth leather. This is patent. I'm assuming they are about the same price point. 5,900. Okay, moving on. I paid 1,000 euros when I got this 4 years ago, a bit over 4 years ago. And at that point, I have a feeling that the price started with a 3 in the boutiques. I have a feeling that it might have been like 3,400 or something like that. But I feel I made a pretty good deal with this one. And I'm just mesmerized still. But this, I had to end it with this lady. Here you have it. Those are my 4 favorite best pre-owned, pre-loved bags. And I mean, it's kind of addictive, unfortunately, to scroll through this type of pre-owned websites, and that's why I need to stop myself from doing it from time to time, because it is very easy to get sucked into buying something that you weren't really looking for when you see a good bargain, and that's something I want to stay away from. I kind of want to start it by, I have this one particular thing in mind that I start to search for, instead of just scrolling for something to buy. But of course that happens as well sometimes, but I'm really trying to learn away from it, because it doesn't really do good for my mental health to find stuff and then suddenly I want it. I'm wanting something that a day before I didn't even know existed, that I had no interest in. So that's why it's also a bit like slippery slope with pre-owned. Even though this might be a bit over a year old tag, but if you haven't done this yet and you would want to, consider yourself tagged. I would be super happy to hear your pre-owned choices, your favorites, because this is just, I love it. I love to save money in places that matter, which is handbags. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.